End of season, a stressful time of year for a lot of us who are in the sport of wrestling or any sport where you're approaching your state series or national series. You can have the stress of success or the stress of failure. You're gonna have stress in life, right? I remember a guy years ago, very wealthy, said, the people who can handle the most stress make the most money. And that was a business thing, right? Well, same thing in wrestling, right? You're never going to be without stress. You're never going to be without some anxiety. You either have the stress of being great or the stress of sitting in the stands, watching the state medalists and state championships, eating popcorn, and being depressed because you're not out there, right? Stress will always be a part of this. It's always a part of life. It's always a part of athletics. Embrace it, accept it. It's kind of like, I say this, it's kind of like the annoying kid in the corner of class. You're trying to focus on the teacher, but there's a little bit of anxiety over here. There's a little bit of self-doubt. And you have to not pay much attention, not get distracted. Your job is to focus on the teacher and, drive that annoying feeling and those thoughts into a small corner. You can't really ignore something. You'd have to choose to think about something else. So, that's the reason I encourage you guys to do two things. Number one, have a hit list. Have a list of kids that you want to beat. And maybe it's not someone you think you can beat. If someone's beaten me by 10 points the past 3 times, the chance of me beating them this weekend might be difficult. So I'm like, okay, I got to have a 4-point match. So that is, I'm hyper-focusing and locking onto something. So by having a hit list, a list of kids I want to beat or close the gap on and beat eventually, that hit list can come in very handy. It's super motivating. It's super exciting. You can even call it a revenge list. I know the word revenge is a naughty word nowadays. But, do you want to win or not? I don't know. If you're not a competitor, you might want to quit. Not everybody's a competitor. And the thing is we have non-competitors giving advice to competitors saying, don't do that. That's not good. All right, well, you've never competed at anything. You get your butt kicked in life. Everything you do, you get your butt kicked, but you're giving me advice? No, you should have a hit list. You should want to win. You should want to get revenge. You took my gold medal last year. I take yours this year. That's how this game is going to be played, right? While you took 4 months a year off, I was in the gym, I was in that gym. I was in another camp. I was on my home wrestling mat. I was doing sprints at 10 o'clock at night because I don't like getting beat. So a hit list is very powerful, and it reminds you of the opponents that you have to beat, and it reminds you of the disappointment that you had last year, and you're like motivated to do better. The second thing that you should do is keep a list of not just your goals, but a mission accomplished list next to that. So my goals are on the left, on the right is my mission accomplished. Okay, haven't won a state title yet, but I placed twice. Made the finals last year. People are talking about me. I went 5-2 at Super 32s. Nick says a couple of famous coaches texted him about me. All right. I'm moving, I'm shaking, I'm hopping. Things are happening for me. Sure, I haven't won a state title yet, but look what I have done. I beat this nationally ranked guy. I beat those 4 state champions the past 2 years. This is my year. This is my time. So now when I have my list, mission accomplished, I can see how far I have come. Sometimes, you might be on the last mile and, dude, you just ran 25. You're a bad dude. Now, spend some time looking at your list of accomplishments. It's very powerful and very exciting, okay? And those two things will help you tremendously. But back to stress and anxiety, you're going to either have the stress of expectations that you have placed upon yourself and that others have placed upon you, or you're going to have the stress of not making it. And you don't want that stress. You want the other stress. Stress will always be there. It's a part of it. Now, you can't let it distract you. You can't pay too much attention to it. Just let it over there and let it be. The self-doubt will always be there, but the self-doubt can't be standing in front of the room screaming at you with a bullhorn. The self-doubt, you should almost be able to tune it out, because what am I doing? I'm hyper-focusing on my goals ahead. I'm hyper-focusing on this 3 miles of sprints I'm going to do today. I'm hyper-focusing on this practice. I'm hyper-focusing on getting this weight down. I'm at day 24 of Nick's 28-day camp. I'm hyper-focusing on that last 4 days. I plan on crushing it, right? I'm hyper-focused on scoring the takedowns. I'm hyper-focused on getting takedowns and riding this opponent out and getting my hand raised. I'm hyper-focused on getting the gold medal. I'm hyper-focused on taking the weight bracket home that has your name on it, all right? Because I want to own you. I want you pasted on my wall. I want weight brackets all over. I want a stack of weight brackets that tall with other people's names on them. I'm hyper-focused on that. So whenever you steer your vision to what you want, the other things just sort of, it's like putting a lid on it, right? And it's no different than controlling your thoughts for weight loss. If you think about pizza, cutting weight sucks. If you think about the state title, national title, wrestling at a college one day, getting paid to wrestle in college, if you're thinking about those things, and instead of thinking about pizza, I'm choosing to think about these things that I'm chasing and that I'm wanting and things that I've already done and things that I will do. The weight loss isn't that big of a deal. I can manage it, right? It's always going to be a little bit annoying. I'm always going to want pizza if I haven't been able to eat a whole lot the past 3 or 4 days. I'm doing the last pull down with my sauna suit and I'm trying to get down to weight. Sure, that's normal. I'm a human, but I'm not going to pay a lot of attention. I'm not going to find myself daydreaming about pizza because that's a loser thought, that mindset. I got to steer my thoughts forward to what I need to do to win this match and tournament and what this, the finish line looks like and how I'm going to get there. So there's some tips on, the end of season. I wish you guys great success.